Hi everybody. All right, this morning I wanted to talk about structural scoliosis. So we get asked all the time in clinic, oh help, I have structural scoliosis and I'm told there's nothing I can do for it. And I really want to debunk that myth because it's not true at all. There's lots that you can do for structural scoliosis. All right, now the first thing I want to highlight is structural scoliosis is structural. So there are actual changes at the bony level in your spine which are contributing to the curvature of your spine. That cannot be undone. However, what often happens on top of the structural scoliosis is a postural scoliosis. So if I can give you a scenario to help highlight this, more often than not, someone's told they have structural scoliosis. Unfortunately, they're told there's nothing that can be done for this, and therefore they go through life really not doing anything about their posture, not doing anything about their movement. And sometimes, because they feel like their posture and movement is abnormal, physically shying away from doing activities and movements. And this is the part that I want to be able to educate or correct, because actually there's a lot that can be done to help you at least maintain the level of your scoliosis or maintain the level of your cob angle. And if that term is unfamiliar to you, you can check out another video I've done about the cob angle and learn a little bit more about that there. But essentially, you want to be able to do things such as breathing, stretching, postural corrections that at least help you maintain that level of scoliosis. And this is why it's important to start to educate people with structural scoliosis that there's actually a lot that you can do, and you shouldn't take it as something that I guess makes you fear movement or creates avoidance patterns about your movement. In fact, it should be a beautiful gateway into being able to do movement. And one of my favorite ways to address this is through Pilates. So things that might be helpful for structural scoliosis are, I guess, threefold. The first one is really understanding your curve and working with a good physiotherapist, particularly maybe someone who's qualified in the Schroth method, to be able to understand what your curve is like. This is important because if you can understand your curve, then you can move on to the second most important thing that you might need to do, and that's learn how to breathe against your curve. So the way that your spine has been formed with scoliosis, you're able to learn to breathe into certain sections of your curve to almost help unwind the direction that your scoliosis is pulling you into. And this is really critical because it will enable you to not, I guess, fall prey to your structural scoliosis collapsing further into a postural scoliosis. And once you've learned how to breathe into those particular areas of your curve, the third thing you're able to do is use that breath pattern throughout movement. So like I said before, Pilates is something that I find fantastic for working with structural scoliosis patients, because once we've taught them how to breathe into the appropriate aspects of their curve, they can use that breath patterning in all sorts of Pilates movements and actually help to strengthen the body around the curve, which, if you could imagine a spring, has the end result of being able to hold the spring open and give more of a, I guess, optimal postural alignment than if you're not able to work against the spring, or in this case, the scoliosis. What ends up happening is the body tends to collapse down on itself. So I hope those three things are helpful. The first one is really understand, work with a practitioner who can help you understand your curve, then enable yourself to learn how to breathe out of your curve. And then once you've nailed that, use that breathing method in the movements, specifically Pilates, but you can use it in all types of activities of daily living to help your body hold its curve upright as opposed to collapsing into the curve. All right, I hope that was helpful. If you've got any questions, you can comment them below. If you feel like you need some more personal advice, you can always give the girls a call. We've got studios in Caringbah, Alexandria and Hurlstone Park, and a team of highly qualified physiotherapists and Pilates instructors who do a lot of work with scoliosis and the Schroth method, and we'd be more than happy to be able to talk to you and see if we can work out a program that's right for your body. All right, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.